very
again,
important.
we do know hand washing or even basic hygiene is very, very important. It is a priority. How do you all keep innovating the message? Because it is really, really critical.
I think, of course, we've heard a lot about how hand hygiene is really important. There are so many diseases that could be prevented by the simple act of hand washing. In fact, I was reading the other day that the risk of diarrhea can reduce by 47% if hand washing as a habit was adopted. Now, Dettol has been at the forefront of driving that change or adoption of habit. And I actually want to pick up on what Uttara said to answer that thing. So Dettol actually provides the tools, to the point that Uttara was making, that it's not just enough to make you aware of the risk, it's also important to equip you with the tools to deal with that risk, and Dettol has been doing that. We obviously have a soap product, which is what we launched with. We then got in a liquid gel product, which is more effective. We launched a foaming product, which makes hand washing fun, which is a barrier among a lot of children. As we spoke to mothers, we found out. And then we recently launched a 10 rupee powder, which now enables access to hand washing to a much larger group of people. All you do is you mix that powder into water, plain water, and it converts it to a soap, which you can then use for hand washing. So a plethora of products is what tools is what we provide. Apart from that, of course, there's the knowledge. Again, I build on what Uttara said. It's important that we package the fear with the motivation of what is the positive that comes out if once you avoid the fear. And that's what our communication intends to do. A great example of that is all the work that we've been seeing. The Hygiene Olympiad, for example, is a great example of that, where once you learn about the hygiene habits, your adoption of the hygiene habits becomes more seamless, and you get rewarded for it in the form of a certificate, etc., which can lead to other benefits for you in the future. So I think it's a combination of both tools and knowledge that we continue to evolve in order to help drive the behavior change that we need.
Tools and knowledge, and I think when you do it in a play way, I think any kid just wants to. I think it's easier to understand. What do you think, Mr. Bachchan? Like, agar koi kahani ho ya koi aur zariya ho, even if it's music or any way, do you think it's more impactful? Like, if you have the tool to spread awareness, it'll make a better impact?
कहने में बड़ा अजीब लग रहा है, लेकिन आजकल कहानियाँ जो हैं वो चलती नहीं हैं, कोई मानता नहीं उनको. वो कहते हैं आप क्या बोल रहे हैं, आप ठहर जाइए, वो गूगल करेंगे, उसका पता निकालेंगे. तो that whole practice, of नाइट स्टोरीज एंड स्टोरी टेलिंग, देखो एक था राजा एक थी रानी, वो सब धीरे धीरे गायब हो रहा है.
ये आप सही कह रहे हैं. तो उल्टा सवाल आ जाता है.
या so it's best to tell them the facts, I feel. And this generation is far too smart.
They're smarter than us.
And they're all smarter than us. And they start at a very young age.
Correct.
I mean, kids are 3 and 4 running the iPads and stuff like that, and dialing numbers on their own, going to the contact list. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So it's better to tell them the facts and be very honest about it. Till the age of 5, I believe, a kid is able to imbibe whatever you tell them. So that's a good age.
After that,
that's when they start going wrong.
नहीं, ये जो नज वाली बात थी, इस पर हम ये बता दें, ये एक कॉमिक है, जो कि दिलेन में भी, we all have a copy of this. And this is the very beloved Chacha Chaudhary, right here, which Javed Jaffrey ji is also reading there in the audience. But if you see that this comic book was very, very famous in India, and now the comic book, the point जो अभी आप कह रही थी, Uttara, this is a sort of a nudge. लेकिन कहानियाँ, जैसे अभी बच्चन साहब ने बोला कि कहानियाँ शायद उस तरीके से अब नहीं चलती कि आप कुछ भी बोल दें और ये उम्मीद करें कि वो सुन लिया जाएगा और समझ लिया जाएगा, और गूगल नहीं होगा, गूगल होगा.
So tell me, what would you do, what nudge, can you do a comic on a person sitting next to me on the flight? Everybody was wearing masks. He was watching a video and everything was fine, but every time he coughed, he'd pull down his mask, cough, and then put his mask up. What do you tell him?
What would the best nudge be?
Get off the plane.
Midair.
No, so what sort of nudge works, Uttara?
So I think one of the things we need
Or
to
do you have to update the nudges also?
you do need to update the nudges. So I think it's specific to audiences. So you need to find out in your group the desired behavior and what is the barrier to practicing it. Because it could be different barriers for different people. Some people may not be wearing the mask because they don't know or they don't understand the protection. Others are wearing it or not wearing it depending on what others around them think. Someone else may have, so understanding a person's barrier and addressing that is important for the nudge. It's not the same nudge for every group of people. So I think one size doesn't fit all and we need better research, behavioral research to understand that.